So today there was an altercation at school. Right now I'm after school. I gotta, yeah, I kind of ditch school. I'm not gonna say I'm proud of it though. So it's currently like 2:30, and school ends at 3:08. I'm at a park next to my house because I can't go to my house. My parents will, you know, won't be very happy. So on uh, on lunchtime we played football, soccer, how Americans call it. We played football, and with my friends, relaxed like we always do. It's a field where there's uh, four mini goals, right? And so we were playing in one of them. Some guys politely asked us to. They politely, I'll give them that. Politely ask us if we could move goals so that they could play the whole field. And so we tried to ask the goal next to us, but they were using it too, and so they were doing a match already. And so we said, unfortunately, we can't. We're gonna play in our own field. And so instead of accepting the answer and just playing in their goal, they started coming to our goal. And so they just pretended we didn't exist and used our goal normally. And then basically when the ball came to us, we kicked it. So it came in front of me, and so I kicked it out of the field. Um, then my friend did it too, and I did it again. And so after that, it was pretty much the end of lunchtime. And then there was a big altercation. It was almost it got physical. Fortunately, no hands were thrown. That there was no punches or real fighting. Really, it was just pushing and talking. But it was very close to a world war, you could say. And then I really didn't want to fight. It was not worth it. We were about 8, and they were about 20 or something like that. Maybe a bit less. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Around 20. They were around 20, and so it was really not worth it. Even though let's say somebody knocks out a guy, then all 20 come on you. It's like not ideal. And so towards the end, they stole my best friend's ball, and so they stole it, and then we retreated. But it's pretty much what happened. It was pretty heated. They had no respect. I don't know where their logic came from of just playing without with pretending that we didn't exist. Then I simply just went in the school, and then I went to the, how do you call this, like secretary probably. I went to the secretary, and so I told her what happened because I'm very close with the secretary. I know her; she's a great friend. So she's very nice as well, very very nice. And so I told her what happened, and she redirected me to the I don't know how you guys call it in America or the rest of Canada, but here we call it TES. It's like an adult that's here to help in case there's problems or something like that. And so I went to see her. She's very nice as well. Then I told her what happened. I was able to only give her one name, and I was pretty happy that was the name I could give her, because that person just called my friend, my best friend, a handicapped person. And so then of course I remember that, and this guy, I know his name, so I went to see her. I gave her the name, and she instantly knew who it was, and she said that she's gonna take care of him very well. Now I'm just worried because I'm supposed to be in class, but then I'm not. And so what if they call me to give more information? That's what I'm a bit worried about, but it's not a big problem. So it was really not worth it. I prefer to go see what happens. I think the consequences for them will be even worse. That's pretty much all I gotta say today. I'm trying to enjoy my life. I have 2 months left before going to college. Well, 2 months left, and there's summer. I was my mindset changed a lot. I've been really thinking of what I was thinking before is just like don't have fun. Just work for your dream. Then there has to be a balance in between that, and so I really got to balance enjoying my life, because these are the best years of my life where I'm free, and then actually working hard and continuing to improve, to then not be like to then be able to be free in the future. Let's just leave it at that. I really don't want to have a normal job. Is just work all day, every day, every week, and then just have one month or two of vacation. It's just it's very very complicated. Before I remember before that, when I was around 10, I couldn't even go out without my parents, and so it was probably the best time, yeah. But now I'm really just trying to focus on balancing that. For example, I'm going to sorry, I can't speak. This video is gonna take forever. For example, I'm investing in paintball and airsoft. I really love it. It's it might be my passion now, I'll be honest. Even though I can't play a lot, but then I have 2 guns. I have an H&K VP9. I have an M4A1. Obviously legal, obviously. But then the H&K VP9, I bought it to resell it for profit, right? So I'm looking forward to that. That money will greatly help. Then the M4, I'm probably gonna keep it. It's very good, and it was cheap for the price. So the guy still had the receipt, and on the receipt it said it was $500, $512 or $530, something like that. And then I bought it from him at $170, so $150 plus $20 of delivery, since he was an hour away. So I bought that. I bought a couple paintballs, 2,000 to be more precise, for $40, which is a very good deal. I have a friend who's very passionate about it as well, and we're planning to go together. So yeah, enjoying my life, really. Then there's also UFC 315 coming to Montreal for the first time in, I think, 10 years. It was, I'm not sure. I think it was 10 years, yeah. So for the first time in 10 years, UFC 315, the tickets are so expensive. The cheapest one I could find was like 300 Canadian, which equals to about 215 USD, I think, 215, around there. So yeah, I've been really trying to get tickets. I have no money now. I swear, I have literally $0 on my bank account, which might have been a bad investment to invest in airsoft. But remember, I still didn't sell the H&K VP9, and I bought it for a very good price, and I can sell it. It's just a matter of time. So the H&K VP9, when I sell it, it will compensate for my M4. Will basically finance it as if I got it for almost free. Then I can enjoy airsoft. But then yeah, there's also so UFC. There's the Formula 1 Grand Prix. I'm a huge Formula 1 fan. And so there's the F1 Grand Prix that's coming to Canada, in Montreal. We're very, very lucky to have it. So the F1 Grand Prix, I'm definitely gonna go. I already have a ticket, but I'm trying to get one for race day, and it's still expensive. It's not a rush to make my money from my apps like that. I can't become a millionaire tomorrow, but I can try, and then by then maybe I can make probably 500, probably 1,000, probably $10. You never know, but I really want to make that money until then, which is why my dad, when he came back from work, he advised me to work for the elections, because here in Canada, especially in Montreal, it's so hard to find a job. Really, all the immigrants have taken the jobs. I have nothing against it. I'm not anti-immigrant. I'm an immigrant, but there's a problem of too much population, not enough jobs, and there's too many old people. Obviously, I don't have anything against them, but it's the truth. That's how it is, obviously. The average age in the population is growing, so you have more people consuming and less people working, and so it's not it creates an unbalance, and then there's not enough jobs for everybody. So then so I applied for the elections, just like my dad recommended me to do, and so I did it, and I got accepted. I got a phone call about a week and a half ago, telling me that I got accepted to work at the elections. There's gonna be the I don't know if you say it in English, if you say it formation. No, that's how we say it in French, formation. But in English, it's like a training. You're training, basically. So we have the training day. I was communicated the date and everything. We have to bring a check. We have to bring our insurance number. Just these things to confirm who we are, and then I can work. And the good thing is that the training pays as well, which is great. Then I'll get a couple hundreds, which will help me. In buying some tickets to go to Formula One or maybe UFC, because UFC is so expensive. They're out of their mind. $300 minimum for the worst seat in the house. It's completely crazy. Even Formula One is generally cheaper than that. If you go to how do you call it, practice day, I got my ticket for about $13, exactly $13. It was general admission as well, but the thing is that Formula One is way more expensive than UFC, right? When you look at the statistics and the revenue generated, Formula One is obviously very, very advanced. It's cars, millions of dollars spent by teams, and a lot of people working there. But UFC is basically just an arena, and so the ticket prices are very, very expensive. And I'll be honest, I do agree that the fighters don't get paid a lot, especially when you start. But I'm not the boss of the UFC. I can argue with that. I probably won't do anything. I should probably go start my own organization if I want to speak about this. But then that's pretty much all I have to say. I just said everything that was in my mind, just like I always do. And I really want to start to generally just make content. I like to do that. I've been doing it for a while with my best friend, and on his YouTube channel. It was very, very fun. I remember it's been a while we didn't do it, but it would be great to do it again. And so, last year was very different from this year. Last year I had time. Now I don't really have much time. My mindset was different. And I still remember to this day, like last year, how I did, I had my bike. I was doing deliveries. And so that's how I made my money, and I was able to pay for everybody, for all my friends to come to Formula One all by myself, which was crazy. And I was even able to go to qualifying with my brother. I just don't know if I can do it again this year. UFC is a month away, and F1 is 2 months away, which is, it seems very far, but then it seems so close at the same time. That I have to apply for college, I have to do all these things. I also have a kickboxing fight in 1 month. So definitely a lot of stress going on, a lot of things going on in my life, which is good. I would rather that rather than nothing going in my life and not improving every day. So I like it. The stress comes with it, but it's very normal, and I can't really do anything about it. That's pretty much all I had to say. Just like I said everything that was on my mind. That's all I do, really. I'm not gonna do any specific content. I'm just speaking pretty much for myself, for me to be able to review this in a couple of years and say that's where I came from. Here on my backpack right there. That's all I have to say for today.